No, we got
around and
lucky. We
everything.
found a good place that's got the pool and the whole bit.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's different from what we did before with the
It is.
condos and everything.
Yeah,
But
for
I
sure.
like it.
Good.
I've got great neighbors. Just
Good.
great. And we're close to the office,
Yeah.
so we really couldn't ask for
What's
better
he do?
setup. We got the
It's still the same.
franchise for it. No, it's the same company, but
He's
he rose in the ranks
well,
a whole
good.
bunch. Yeah,
Good.
yeah. We got. It was funny. He started off down there as a
She said some of her backers up. Well, that's her. Tobacco's on high ground, doing all right. But low ground, it's
That's
doing
where
well.
she's got hers on that first side. And but she said there's something getting on. She thought the lead went out there and had to test it to see what was. They told her what to get to straight with. There won't be much tobacco this time, I think.
This chair is about part of it's tore up, eh? This chair's not holding up good.
No, the kids fool with it too much. When they come in here, they'll tangle with it and push it. Get the right shape. It was tore up a while and couldn't get nothing done to it. Rick, he come in here one day and he sat down and when he never said nothing. He sat down in his fool with it and it didn't raise up. And he got in the screwdriver and took it off. And he was going to fix it. And finally he put it back on and said, well, I have to buy a piece to go in there. I said, there's a little battery or something other and it has to be in there. I know it was. Copeland, I tell you, he's just blind. I said, all I got to do is connect that wires all back together. It's still loose. And he sat there and took it off, fixed it back up. It worked, but it works good as it did before.
Listen, right here, no more trouble.
That did work there, but they fluffed that now. It did work fine.
They busted.
I don't know what they done to it.
It would work, but it's busted right there. I don't know what it's called.
I don't know.
Looks like it's been hit or something, I don't.
Maybe, no doubt. Then I mean, you're little old kids, that's the first thing, you know, raise it up there.
Well, why don't you holler at him? I don't see him on there.
Well, I hate to hurt kids, but
I'd say, don't work with that thing, cause it's tied up.
I don't say it much no, it hurts my legs, I can push back there and there's no time on my legs.
That one don't play back, does it?
Yeah, it'll go clear back. Did. You got told for that trigger it'll go back.
Is it on this side, Jim, or did you lean it back?
Yeah, I know what
You
you're
got told to that, you got to be right that hold like that, it'll go back. I can get it back like that, looks like it did good bed to lay that, my legs on that there, just hurting. I wish, I'd have let him have brought me one. Well, me and Margie, we tried to get one. When we got that.
Did that?
Conduit.
Yeah, through this year program, you know.
Man,
I got one for nothing.
That's lame.
But, if I'd have waited till it had been opened, I could have got it.
That's Jim right
But she
there.
found that in somewhere or another. I don't know where it
Who's
was.
that next one
She
there,
knows
that
where.
girl?
Huh?
Who's
She
that
found
little
it
girl with
someplace
the white
and she
purse?
bought it.
Next to
And I
Grandpa's.
forget now what it cost. It's pretty
I
high.
don't know this.
She was out there last year filling out
You know
my
that next one there.
medicine
those
and
two little
everything,
girls.
and they told her out there. Says, you ain't turned in. I said, ain't no else you can think of. She thought that old church, you know,
Is it over there?
but he bought this church.
What?
We did.
Yeah, they're mine.
And they said,
Well,
turn it in.
I'd have known if it got close to
And I got paid back
But you
on
know,
that church.
I run that.
But I won't get nothing this time, I'm thinking.
Used to.
I don't know what's going on.
I
You
tried
don't
to
need
make
to
it,
know
but
it.
Huh?
You don't need to know it, but
No,
Rick
I don't. Well, I need the money, boy, I'm telling the truth. My medicine bill hits tree medicine side. Runs about $100, a little over $100 a month, my medicine.
You got no medicine
sure
insurance?
it did, that's right.
Yeah, they pay me, you know, pay for my medicine bill. I buy it myself through the year, you know. And she keeps a record of it and turns it in and they pay me money back. The insurance and everything, my blue cross, everything. Has been all the time, I don't know what to do with
They
this.
went up on her We have to pay the first $5 now. It was just 3.
I don't know what they'll do, Lee.
That was right.
I got a list here of what the government is doing. They're cutting nearly all of it.
All right, how you doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
It seemed like it hadn't been long since I saw you.
It hasn't been long, no. Just ask my pocketbook.
How you doing?
I think so.
Jodine, you went through about the same thing.
Yeah.
You know.
It's part of life. Yeah, it's just part of life. We have to accept it. That's right. You have to. You just have to tell yourself. There's Waddy.
Oh, I ain't out
Say
there.
Waddy.
Not every car.
Is there a new car that's pretty?
Yeah, that's cute.
No,
It's
not
like,
like the casket.
Kind of looks like Betty's car.
Uh-huh, yeah, it does. This is a Honda.
Wrong here.
Is that what hers is? No, hers is
Oh,
a
you went
Camry.
to that.
Several
people did.
I
Some
didn't-
people went in there and sat down and stayed a while. They finally got up.
Did you know Alma Murphy? They-
Yeah.
Sprayed it off or
She
something?
come in there where I was at, she said.
Huh?
What happened on the bed?
She said,
It's on the
"You know
other
what I
side.
know?"
Oh.
That's what, she said, I signed it already.
Oh.
That's life, I said, don't feel bad, I did, and I went up there and looked at the car.
Who's this young fella?
That's my baby.
Daddy changed.
Debbie's baby. Yeah, you're my baby too. Yeah.
He's a big boy.
He's sure going.
Whose boy is it?
That's
That's
Debbie's
Debbie's.
fault. Yeah.
Where's, it would be on the hearth, let Marcy sit down, okay?
That's okay.
Well,
I
we
think
got
we
a wall.
gotta hit the road and get
Yeah,
going.
we gotta hit the road. What'd you do,
It's
walk
getting
up?
late. Look, Carol.
Yeah.
Well, last Buster,
Come over and sit a while. Huh?
Yeah, it's
I
good
say,
for us
old
to
Buster
know.
will go in.
Why, no, we will.
I'll see you later. Good to see you. Tell me your friend with a hug for
I
me.
will. Tell Don, hurry up and get well.
I'll tell him. And anybody ever gonna ever come to Florida again? I'm back.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm ready.
Come on. Oh, I'd love it. We know we're just sitting just jam our heads off. I'm good
Yeah.
at that.
We went to Fort Walton Beach in May and stayed for a week.
Yeah.
But we might, I don't know what we're gonna do later this year, but we're gonna do something.
I wish I would come down.
We might do
Yeah,
that.
Clearwater,
Well, I
beautiful
think
beach.
we should go.
Belcher Elementary.
Yeah, Jan's done talked to me about Minnesota. I told Joe that, and he just got sold on the idea.
Beautiful, beautiful state.
Especially in the
Creek
fall.
out there.
I'll bet.
Pond in there.
He said, I think we should drive out that way just a couple of years that way.
Yeah,
See
we
the
could go over to
country.
Montana.
I said, the only thing that I don't, that don't
appeal.
appeal to me is the driving. Because I'm so tired. All I wanna do is just go somewhere and lay down for a week. Just lay there for a week. Like we did at Fort Walton Beach, that's what we did.
Do like I did that, when I did that year, I was somewhere out, everything was going on, and I got a motorhome.
Would you stay
We
with
drove,
me?
I slept,
Yeah.
I just curled up, went to sleep.
Well, you
She's
come to
got
my
a
house
book.
and you can just lay down and sleep all you want. I'll bring
Yeah.
breakfast in bed, everything.
That sounds good. Can I come with you?
I'll tell you what, anybody that comes to see me from down here, you'll get breakfast in bed.
I wouldn't know how to act. I don't know if I could eat it in bed or not. I could give it a try.
Jim brought me a cup of coffee Saturday morning, Sunday morning in bed. And I didn't know how to drink it in the bed, so I got up and took it in the kitchen and drank it.
Hi.
Dude, I can figure that out in no time flat. Curtis, I'll have to admit, every now and then Curtis brings me coffee. Kurt, are you taping this?
I think it's.
Lord, my rear
I
end's
think
turning.
I had to touch.
Yeah, he's getting, I'm sitting over here where he can't get me.
No, you're in there.
Got that chair in there. Let's get out so he can't get us. Can I leave my gracefully?
Now, look over there at the door. Can you see Kurt?
He's taping us.
I'll be back for a minute. Sorry,
I believe it was Freeman and
Mom, can you remember what happened yesterday?
I just have to, I don't know what all happened.
Her mother was buried yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Well, we hate to give them up, but we got to, eh? I give my mother up, my daddy up.
It's just part of life.
I've seen my mother before she died. I went and took care of her. And I've seen her stick her hands out by the side of the bed and pray the prettiest prayer. You just couldn't keep from squalling and bawling. Because her children, these little children, Alvin, Ellen, Tony, Freeland, Reed, her children would all get in the center of God's will. I've seen her a lot of times. She hated to go and lay, and she told me, she said, I was her mainstay. I went there. Prairie Broomlow wouldn't let Leroy come, so they didn't want her to get that old TB. It was brought on TV by exposure. That's what the doctor said. She's sister to Effie, but she wouldn't. Carl, can you remember my mother?
No,
You
no, I
ought
can't
to.
remember Grandma Robertson.
You ought to.
No, it's just a little too
But
far
she
back.
didn't-
I can't, I've tried to and I can't bring it up.
She didn't favor Effie any more than if she wasn't no kin to her. She is.
Seemed like in my mind that I can picture what she looked like, but I can't, as far as being there and remembering, I can't. I can remember it all from far back, but I can remember what's strange about it. I can just vaguely remember Dad whooping me for knocking the beans off. It's a dream thing in my mind, kind of.
Pastor Bohannon, he brought some wheat, bunch of wheat up there. He got out there. And I told him, I said, well, that kind of wheat they grow in Illinois, it ain't no can. I said, that ain't worth nothing. I said, I can grow better wheat than that goes out my hill. I get a kick out of you. A little old bitty head goes dry weather's what hurt. He stuck it up that. He got no little bitty old seed in it, so ain't big that.
Dang, sure it is.
I'll tell you, you sure can't get flour up north that's decent for making biscuits. I have to buy it down here and take it home.
Well, they get rain up there now. They got them
Hey,
having 2
Minnesota,
4
too.
inches of rain up there.
Did Mike sing about
He
rain?
said they got 4 inches yesterday.
I just listened to WLS
Where
last
at,
night.
Jim?
Coming back
Illinois.
from Spring City, and they were supposed to get 1.5 inches last night. Another 3 inches through tonight.
Well, we needed
I
it.
want, I
Everything's
wish they'd
turned
get
brown.
all of ours up there for a while, let us rest a while.
We hadn't had, since I went back from being down here, we had had only one rain. One little short rain, and that was it.
Mama, Aunt Daisy sold her place out here at the airport where her and Jess live so long.
She did.
Yeah,
Where'd she go to?
oh, it all good, on Williams Circle. She's not moved yet, but she's gonna move the last of this month. And she'll be living right close to that girl, right door neighbor to her. She bought a nearly new little brick. There, at the side of, what's that girl's name?
I don't know, I forgot. Do you
It's
know?
her daughter from her first husband.
They didn't have no children by her last.
No.
What
Her
was
last man was an awful good man, that's
He
what
said
I'm
that
saying.
he was. He's a better man than her first.
Yeah. He's an awful good man. And she'll be buried right beside that.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, she's got a
She don't
tombstone
ever say
already.
nothing. If she ever said
They
anything about her
already
husband,
up at Sand Springs.
it's Jess that she'll be buried by.
Yeah.
She said Jess was a wonderful
He was.
But she'll still ride with me
That
to
clock on
the
here.
store.
Looking around for that
She'll
foot.
still be riding with me on Tuesdays, I mean on Wednesdays. Go shopping.
What time is it?
You know, my boss came to Monterey yesterday and made a special trip up there and told me, he said, you get 3 days off paid. He said, take the rest of the week off if you want.
Takes a while ago when I had my back to the camera.
But these cameras are not good to you.
No.
They don't make you look good. Freeman and Geraldine did one of us when we were home Christmas, and mostly it's my girls.
You can get
The
the rest
girls-
of them that
girls,
way,
but
can't
they
you?
got a close up of me.
Yeah,
and
it's
I
kinda
looked
getting the
like
whole
a
room
horse.
there.
Yeah.
I looked awful. I was so embarrassed when I saw it. Now, if anybody comes to me with a close up with one of those things, I'm going like this.
Is that thing on now?
Mm-hmm.
How long will that play?
I'll play for days as long as you have it plugged in.
How much will the tape
The
hold?
tape will hold
Yeah.
6 hours.
6
Yeah.
hours, yeah.
When you're, can you set it to do 2 hours or 6 hours?
Mhm.
Slower it goes, the faster it goes, I guess, the better.
If you just do a 2 hour
2 hours,
tape, you
better
get better
quality.
quality.
That's the way it is on these here real tapes too.
I think I did the one I sent you on the 2 hours thing.
Yeah.
Biggest problem is the batteries only last 20 minutes.
Yeah. You need at least two battery packs.
There's a site people got there. Jack's got one over there. Jack Carter, he's got one.
Don uses this one at the office to tape his sales reps, to tape their presentations and let them see what they're doing wrong or right. They watch themselves back on the TV and see
I
what they're
think
doing.
Freeman's got one.
Yeah, Freeman has
Yeah.
one.
And Jerry Allison's got one.
What is it,
I
Jim?
know somebody done got there.
What is it you got?
I ain't got there and don't want it.
Neither, I don't, I wouldn't be.
Explain to Grandma what it does.
It's like a camera, Grandma.
I'm
except
not
it
rich.
makes
You have to
movies.
be rich to do things like that. That's,
It's the same thing they use to make shows on TV.
Yeah,
you think you're rich or something. I don't know what that costs too much.
whatever that is.
I guess that thing in there plays back, wouldn't it? I mean,
Well, you can watch it back in the eye view.
We can watch it back on Mom and Dad's TV.
Yeah. Well,
Mike got a
It's
thing
got a
that hooks
cable
up
on
the
it.
cable on that in there in the garage. He never could find that.
Jack, he's in school. He has to,
That little radio
the
television.
police academy, has to be there for 8 weeks.
where?
In now, he's going to school now. He's Nashville now.
In Nashville?
No, not Nashville. Donaldson.
Where's that?
Jack,
Yeah, he's going
police
to
academy.
cabinets.
Yeah. He comes home every week though.
Jeanette, they built a big house over here at the back of Willings, in the back doors you can see.
I asked Jerry, I said, now,
Highway
do
down
you
Papa
pay
Road.
him while
Oh,
he's
yeah?
doing that? He said, oh yeah, he gets his pay just the same.
Oh, that's nice.
I asked Jack how much he got, how much he drawn. Well, I didn't know. He didn't tell me. I asked Jerry, I said, I'd like to know what you pay your dad. He said, well, I pay him $18,000 a year. That's good pay.
Well, it's good for around here in a way. It's not,
That's not top, though, is it?
oh. Janice's husband makes twice, 3 times that. Nice, don't he?
Jeanette says it makes about 3,000 a week.
Next.
That's before taxes.
Well, I thought about the bonus.
I'm talking about this working for the company.
Average income to make a good living has to be around 40,000. You gotta get.
But around here,
That's not
it's
true around here.
It's
For
not.
2 people working? It's no different around here, much more than it is
I
up
say
there
one
in
person
Texas.
working, I want,
$400 for a little 1,000 square foot house a month. I mean, think about it. That's
What?
6,000 a year.
we're
right
talking
there.
about one person working, Kurt.
I'm talking about two, down here, both families working, they'll bring in about 35 to 40,000 a year to make a decent living.
School teachers only make about 12, 14.
But the reason the salaries aren't any good down here is because the city officials won't let them. They won't let the factories pay.
Well, my boss don't pay me that much.
Huh?
I say, my boss don't pay me that much.
Where's your
Got my
work?
social security and everything right now, I'm making about between $11,000 and $12,000 a year.
You're a little more than that, again.
Well, I work. See, I'm home. I got a raise, I got an 18-cent raise last week. Making
Oh, I just
$3.68.
draw a little over $1,000 a month, Social Security and all. I don't know how long that'll last. I don't know what Bush is gonna do with me. I think he's gonna set a shade tree on me and send it out in the field.
Now, I'll tell you, I'm just with that like I was, like in Holland. Bush don't set them things. Bush might raise a bill up, but the Congress has got the last say on it. He could bring up a
Well, I
bill.
tell you, whenever I got, I'm working Legion magazine last month. In the middle of the month, I hadn't been getting that extra one. And there ain't nothing in it, only that, about what the governor's trying to fix it to do. And if they do what they said they're doing, it's gonna hurt the soldiers. I'm telling you the truth. Cutting all of the unserved connected out, they ain't got no, right in the hospitals or anything like that, And they've took the beds all out. The hospital's just about out now. You could hardly get to that in the hospital. And got no doctors and nurses in them. Got a lot
Well, they ain't had it for years. They ain't had it for years.
not that they count much.
My cousin said he had eye surgery down there in Veterans Hospital. Now, cataracts stuck off, but he said they have to run his eyes.
They did wear mine. I was talking about
That's what he said, and he said he's gonna have to get another doctor to try to work on his eyes again. He said he couldn't like say.
They weren't mine. I can't get them fixed. I've been in this doctor and the other doctor, and there's been one of them.
His glasses
See,
are big,
it's
just
not
like
government
yours.
doctors that does it. They call in doctors early. Outside doctors, there ain't no government doctors anymore.
There was one then, when
Yeah,
I.
there was then, but
Yeah.
ain't now.
Now, they just training, is what they were doing. They
Sounds
had that
Vanderbilt.
one in there over the rest of them was doing.
Vanderbilt, this is where they get them.
Well, that done my work, 'cause I know he did Vanderbilt, now
Yeah.
he's still up there. Dr. Ballinger, I know him. Seemed like a fun time, but he told me last time he looked at me, he said, well, he said, Mr. Smith, you just go home and eat all of the carrots you can eat.
That's Raymond.
And he's been out in this office more than he are. Yeah, they had just a routine of rooms all down there in that eye clinic out there. And there's doctors and nurses and everything in there working all the time. Every time I went out there, well, what's the Philippines? Just expense on the government taxi.
I wonder if,
The last time I was out there,
stays out.
that's been going on 2 years ago since I was there. And they run me in there for about a half a day working on my eyes. And there's a German eye doctor a woman come out of Vanderbilt down there. And I was fixing to leave. They'd done already dismissed me, and I fixed to leave. She said, I want to see his eyes. And I went back in there and she looked at my eyes. She said, can you come back tomorrow? Well, I said I could if it was necessary. Well, she said, I just work on your eyes, see if I can do anything further. And I went back. Had to pay my own way then, had to pay no expense. And I went back,
Hello?
and she worked on my eyes for a long time.
No, her and Geraldine went walking down the road.
And they put
Who's
on
this?
my card to come back in 12
Oh,
months ago. Next
yeah,
year.
she's out
I
there
didn't
out
go.
there exercising.
But what you just keep running down there.
Mhm.
Marty's friend Anita.
I never get her name.
You didn't
That
get
Marcia
her, you didn't get her name?
notified the office, tell them I wasn't able.
Sounded like she said Ella or Phyllis or something of it. I didn't know her.
Pauline's girl's name Phil.
That wasn't Phyllis.
Phyllis knows Pauline's gone.
Smell.
Was it very
Does
good?
anything smell as good as I say? There's just a few of them on the line. I think you sniff.
What is it?
Great. I found just a few rock ones out there.
Yeah.
Is there several out there, David, Jim?
Mhm.
There's several out there?
There's a lot of grapes, but they're green. I wish they were ripe. So good.
Are you talking about your insurance, Dad? You have nothing to worry about if they cut you out on your insurance. Because you've got Medicare, which is catastrophic, and you've got Blue Cross, takes care of the loose ends. And if they cut it plumb out, it won't hurt you on the insurance, on the hospital.
No, that part won't.
No.
But that check's up on, that's right.
They won't never.
Well, they told me
I don't see no way.
more than one time
Get 'em.
that I was already too far back,
Uh-huh.
that said I didn't need a certificate. That's already. I don't think they'll bother.
They won't ever bother you.
And this book in here, it mentioned the Civil War and the First World War. That's all it mentioned in there. That wasn't in it.
And there ain't no such thing as World War II service connection, I don't reckon. I never get them about that in World War II, about having these.
Well, one was got wounded or something happened to them.
Their disabilities, yeah.
The others not.
Yeah.
And they'll be in it. And this Vietnam War is one that's hurting the worst of any.
Yeah.
See, that Vietnam War,
It was not a war.
no, it wasn't. But
It was
the big money man done it, and they ought to pay him.
Great big peach.
They had
Yeah,
no-
they just deserve, and there's anything, that I'd say the Veterans Administration, lobbyists and stuff will see that they don't hurt all that bad.
It's an undeclared war, that was. Wasn't declared war. But they did get a draft on it.
Yeah, they had
And I didn't mind, I didn't mean them, I thought them boys done the right thing, and they run off what you can. I would too, I would what I mean, hold it up to the country,
Howdy.
but I don't believe it.
You want some trail
Our
mix?
government,
Want some
jumping
trail
into-
mix?
I don't know what that is.
I'll let you hand.
just like,
They not too sure, huh?
Reagan, I like
Nuts,
Reagan,
raisins.
but he made
I
some
don't
blunders
see
in
how
some
much
bed.
you,
And he made one when he put down
Okay.
Marines over there in Lebanon, as peace for
Some off?
army, and got them all killed. Got them rolled up.
you know,
Without any
I don't
guns to
know
fight
if
with or
that's
anything, they're
Canadian
sitting over there,
somewhere,
hands tied.
whether I,
Well,
don't see them enough.
they
I live too
misjudged,
far away now.
Where you live?
I live in Florida.
they didn't think that the Arabs
In the
would
world,
attack
you was doing
American
down
boys.
there.
Trying to make a
And the
living.
Arabs, they should have
You're
known
still pure
that
and
they're heathens.
starving.
And,
Yeah, stay
They
up
do
here,
anything.
live
Yeah.
like we do and be with us.
We
And that's where they miscalculated. They've sent
I'll
these
go down there
here,
and
they
make a
sent
living and come back up here.
these United Nations troops over, and there's been a lot of them killed, because they don't honor nothing.
Daddy will
And
let
we
me
quit
build,
doing much
build
of
me a
that
house
now,
around
because,
here somewhere.
uh,
Except I want on some water.
the Arabs, they don't think they'll do that, they don't fear nobody. And
We used to have to go where that.
But I wondered
Hey,
why
down that mile.
that Israel would let them rouse them so much.
Right
They
uptown.
can blow them up in a minute if they want to.
Central heating there.
world opinion,
Yeah, that's right.
Israel don't wanna break down world opinion too
Yeah.
much.
She didn't make her picture, I did.
Israel
I think
would
so.
take care of them Arabs if they'd let them.
Yeah.
But what they want to do is to have their own, they want their country back. See, they're saying, we want Israel back, that's what it is. And the West Bank, where all this trouble is, does not belong to the Arabs. God gave that to Israel. And Israel knows it.
That's the way they do
And,
everywhere and everybody.
The Arabs
Mine did,
could live in there and be better off than they ever was under Israeli
but all mine is gone.
government, but they won't have it that way. They want to run it themselves.
Yeah.
And it ain't gonna be dead.
Mine moved off and left me too.
Israel ain't gonna give that up.
I moved off and left mine.
And they know, just like the different one, them rulers say, they say they know where their borders are. And,
Well, them Arabs got in there while Israel was scattered.
true, they came there, but they were not landowners,
So,
they were squatters.
Make yourself at home.
The whole land of Israel was covered up with squatters. The Arabs were just living on the land. They didn't have own.
Walk around the house.
And
yeah, I never could understand
Get in there, can I? Get out of the way of Grandpa.
why they said has to do that. Of course, the Arabs is cousins to the Jew according to the Bible, ain't they?
they're descendants of
Abraham.
Abraham through that Egyptian handmaid
Yeah.
of Abraham's.
Yeah.
And it happened because Abraham,
You wanna go with us, Grandma? Walk around out in the yard?
I'm
let
afraid to get out.
Sarah
Afraid
talk
my
to
knee will
him
give
because
away.
she thought that they wouldn't even never have no heirs after she got so old.
Yeah, I know.
I'll just get it.
And she just didn't wait on the Lord long enough. There's a good lesson there for anybody.
Yeah, Margie brought me, she's been bringing me books along. I got
You're
where
welcome.
she could last I couldn't read it, but I did like the
You're
book,
welcome.
either wasn't enough Bible in it.
Margie and Jerry.
But I had one on Abraham and Lot. And when they went in there, the traveling all the way through was all about it. And I studied that here for, I guess, 2 or 3 months. It was a real good book. I like that.
You go down
And then
Pauline's.
the next thing she brought me was on Paul and Silas
Pauline's home.
and Libby.
No, Pauline's gone to Nashville.
That was a good book. I like that. Them 2 good, very good books. I read that.
Well, there's people spends their lives studying on old Bible
No, I like
scriptures
sitting
and
close to
prophecy
Yeah.
and
First likes pretty women.
relate to the New Testament scriptures and prophecies. And but they never know it all.
No,
We just know
I like that hair.
as much as the Lord wants us
My
to know
favorite color.
as we'll seek for.
You don't like them old women down Florida, they'll dye their hair blue.
I don't color mine.
I was talking
No,
about
we call them
preacher
blue
about
heads.
that thing happened last year whenever they said the time then that Jesus Christ is gonna return and take the church out. He said they're right on cue,
Gray or what it's.
except for one thing.
You got a little hint of gray
He
right
said
there, the rest of
they
it's
may
just
have
black.
missed it a little bit here and yonder. He said they made a mistake of setting a day.
Can hardly tell
That
whether
God's
I'm gray.
timetable may not be, is not the
Well,
same
it's
as
just-
man's.
Naturally,
He give it,
what?
give enough indication.
That must be where my
they-
kids got their blonde hair.
with the limitation that we got, we could
Then
just
you
about
used
set a date.
Make
That
us
might not be right.
She went allowed to square her.
And he said that, he told why they were so close. And he said that whenever Israel become a nation, that that was the budding of the fig tree. And it was. And after the budding of the fig tree, there was only one generation to be till the Lord took the church out.
But they started it.
And the life of, and all you had to do then is go back and find out how much a generation was.
And I had this.
They figured up the days, the years of generation.
Dad had it
And
before I was married.
they also went back in Daniel and brought
I
that
had-
scripture there.
After he.
And they tied them all
Better
together
also.
and they set a date.
Yes,
That's what you
it's him.
couldn't do.
I don't know.
And,
I guess.
but when you
all
get
the
down to
family
it,
did, I
it
think.
comes down to one thing. That
My
we're
heart
living
come out.
in the last minutes of God's timetable.
Boy, they did.
I think so.
Yeah. And so it said that there would be a time when people would say peace, but then peace would not be there. And right now, look what's going on. The whole world is talking
My
peace
mother
right
was
now.
black-headed and daddy too.
And everybody's hoping
The
about it.
other was black-headed.
Where the next catastrophes come from, I don't know. But you mark my
My
word.
kids are blonde-headed, my
trouble.
husband's black-headed, and I'm dark-headed.
Uh,
I got two blonde little girls.
because things are too good, somebody's gonna take advantage of it.
Looks sort of strange.
Look at that picture of the girls. Their hair's blonder now than it was then.
Yeah.
Which,
Look, my two babies
Yeah,
are
I
on the
had,
mound.
yeah.
another book on, Neoma, and
Naomi and,
yeah, I had that one too.
that's in Ruth.
Yeah, Ruth, that was a good book too, I like that.
I don't know why anybody that likes love stories wouldn't read that. That's a great,
That's a good
that's a
story.
good love story in the Bible.
There you go, Daddy.
What I want with that.
Try it on.
So
See how you
you
look.
get that, is it?
There you go. Too small with it, Dad.
Hello.
Is that yours, Grandpa?
Yeah, I guess it is.
Well, Daddy
I don't
must have a
have
big
none of
head
that.
then.
He's got
I
a,
get
What,
old.
to view
that
with the hat,
sometimes I
then?
go out on the porch or something. I've got about 4 or 5 old hats here.
Is that blocking
he got
Just
about
hiding his belly.
two, almost
good.
you have.
I've got another like that, no,
What?
it's older than that.
This is just was blocking the view, and I said, no, it's just hiding your belly.
I've got one of your hats, and I use it when I work in the garden to keep the sun
Hey.
off me.
Yeah.
It's one of his old straw hats.
Yeah.
I remember you had it.
And I've got some little straw hats in there and some little dude hats. I don't like to wear them. I call them dude hats.
You know what I've been doing?
Huh?
Eating your cookies. I
Sad.
did. I always
Yeah.
have to eat something when I come around.
If you
There's
look real,
cookies in there.
she's been in them, but I bet if you looked real close, you'd find chocolate candy in her freezer.
I went
got
out and
into
picked
it
a mess of
Christmas.
beans a while ago. I went out in my garden and got a big mess of beans a while ago. And they, you
Well, I
take,
won't get no beans out of mine for a while if I get in here cold.
what's the matter?
We're late.
Oh.
Lucille says they're putting on some beans right now, but they're small.
See, I told you we should have brought some.
Well, Lucille keeps us supplied with beans. She pretty much, she'd have put on a pot today if I'd insisted on it. I told her, well, I'll do it. We don't need enough beans about it.
You know what I was aiming to do? I said to stay dry like it was yesterday. I was gonna get ready, get some more bean pack, get a bean pack
Well,
ready.
she did yesterday.
Who's out there on the swing?
Mama.
I might ought to stand, 'cause I sort of got the headache.
Oh, well then you stay put then. Stay put and comfy.
I'll sit down in my hair.
Yeah. You got a headache now?
Little, but it was a bouncing pretty good. About 1 o'clock.
Yeah. She takes them.
I used to hurry there.
They took the
It wears
pills
me
away
out.
from her, and I didn't know. I thought they was what kept her head from jerking so much, but I noticed she ain't having no trouble
No.
in the worst that she's been. But I wish they'd take some of mine away, I got too many.
I eat that cornbread and sweet milk and it just tore me up. Or buttermilk, and it just, my bowels
Daddy,
just a popping like everything.
you better be careful. That camera's on picking up every word you say.
Well, I've got some medicine. When I take, James taking the same thing. A big old pill, every week,
Yeah,
six
center that
finger, and I
thing,
break
can't
it
hear
through, for
Did
my
you get
bowels.
that?
Mm-hmm.
And the doctors put him on.
You'll hear it tonight.
Lucy, they put her on them, but she won't take them.
It's a camera.
But it costs about $50-something a
taking a-
bottle.
It doesn't take still pictures. It takes
Mine
moving,
take more.
moving pictures. Just like a
It'll take
movie.
4 days, I
And
don't
when we
do it.
play
I
that
take
back
3
tonight on
now.
the player,
That's why.
it will be just like we're sitting in the room like we are now.
James has been taking mine of the night out here.
You see
Get
you
the
moving
thing in,
and talking
it's
and
got-
talking.
I'm gonna send my
Is that
bottle
what?
first
There's
of
Grandma.
all, week. Last
Grandma.
week, I think.
Hi, Grandpa.
But there's,
They're a lot of fun.
I've got
Yes.
bladder
gonna
and
take
kidney
the
pills
babies
to
home
take
with
all
us.
the time.
Yeah.
And we can just put them in the player
They
and
don't,
see you talking and
I
laughing.
told Doctor about it.
Yeah, that's
It's
exactly
all
it.
worse than that damn battery money there.
Yeah.
That's just what we'll do.
But he told me, said, well, he did better to do that.
I've been intending to do that and
Couldn't
forget to
go
bring it with me. This time I said,
I forget it.
I'll not forget this time. Yeah.
That works. I have to get up at night just about every hour and sometimes more so than that.
A little bit small on me too.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know why I had a little head.
Maybe they just have a big head.
Go ahead, Mom. Our 6, 7, 8, I believe.
What was that?
Better now.
Oh, that chair.
Yeah, when you go to sit down on
Does it scare you sometimes?
no,
You got used to it, huh?
I know what it is.
Yeah. I was out there
I don't
picking some
believe
of the
there's
rock
much
grape
danger in the personal
grape arbor.
old workers have
Several
to
of
kill
them
them.
have turned mine.
Then I
There's
done
a
been
lot
dead.
of green ones on there. You're gonna have a lot of
I
green
worked
ones.
almost day and
I
night.
wish it was this week.
And I lived up here at the Fortune place, and I come back from the north at the beginning of the Depression.
Yeah.
Hardest time in the world it was.
One
I
time
bought
when we
me
were
an
here,
old
it was
wagon
summertime when it
and
was
pair of old
the rice,
plug
the
mules.
grapes were real ripe.
I went and called them
3 or 4
lumber.
bunches of them. And we were
Off
going
the
back
creek
to
up there
Florida.
in Bastrop
And I
Holler.
put them in the
Put 'em
back
out
window
there.
of the car.
I'd get up
And
in
they
the morning
smelled
at
so
1
good in
o'clock,
the car all the way home. And
and
some
go
of
and
the juice must have gone
water
into
my-
that carpeting
feed
back
my
there,
mules
under
and-
the window.
and harness them.
And that smell stayed.
And while I was doing that,
all this
steady, it
time.
takes me to the
So
19.
good.
And I'd come back
I mean,
and
for weeks after, every time I get in the
And,
car, I'd smell the
eat me a little
grapes.
bite to eat,
And I
put
said,
me a
oh,
little
this smells
to
so
eat in the
good.
fireside and hang
That's
on my
what you
hands.
might smell.
Go over the hill down there, my wagon sat down here at Marble
So what
Mountain.
happened
I'd
to
go
the
up on the
trailer
creek,
that
load
you
it down
got?
full of
What happened
lumber,
to that trailer that you
take it out to Twist Plains Mill. I'd make about $3, maybe 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, something like that.
All about it.
And
Pauline still living
it'd
there.
take me till 9 o'clock in the night to get back home.
She like her?
I done that in one old
She
fall.
likes it.
Yeah, I guess she does.
Muddy roads,
So close to you.
roads, just mud all the way through there.
You ever get stuck?
No, I never did get stuck. Some of them did. They had some places. They had one place over here they called Huddleston Hill. They kept a snack team at the top of the hill up there to pull us up. Everybody up to us was wagons on that haul. And they had another over that William McCollum's where they cut the, where they make the new highway through there, and they cut us off of the main old road, you know. We had to go over the, where they rolled the wheelbarrow, where they see that end of building that little bridge there, you know. And we hit that thing. They had a snatch team there, snatching them up. I'd go down. I went down there one time. They'd all watching me. That old plug mule, you know. And they just rolled along, you know. I knowed how to do it. If I got there, that place, I'd throw one four-wheel over, then turn the other way and throw the other over. And they just walked on out when they all just screamed and hollered. Well, they asked me if I wanted to snatch him. I said, wait and see if I need. They pulled. And they had big old heavy mules, you know, and they snatched them out over there. I went right over. Good. But she'd run away. Sometimes she'd get out of it.
I like to kill old George, or John, one of them got now west, and he's coming around, hit him in the head with a rock.
Well, that was that there old Pete, wasn't it?
Old Pete, yeah.
Old Pete, you know.
I
He
didn't
didn't
name,
want to go to town with us.
I didn't even hit that mule. I
He
didn't
had
think
that
they had him
mare to the bucket, and
What'd
me
you
and
hit
her
him
went
with?
out to
with a
town,
rock.
and that old mule, he wanted to follow that mare, and he was going to follow her. And he jumped out and started to follow her. He threw the rock in, hit him head, knocked him down out there.
Knocked down his runners. They used to have got it right out there at the shoulder deep, right out there. And that's the road down in there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he was coming out that road, and I threw that rock, and it just looked like it curved like that, hit him right pretty nice. Old white ooze just oozed out. He just run his head into the bank and just folded up there. Mama, she began to cry. She said, well, what do we do now? I said, you killed our mule. I said, we're going to take it off. And he walked around there a minute, and he got up, and he went stove back towards the pasture. He didn't try to follow his head.
You just had to get his attention, huh, Daddy?
Yeah. But I didn't mean to hit him. I didn't mean to try to stop him.
Learning a lesson.
Stubborn thing. Good looking mule, but he's just stubborn.
Hey, he'd stop at the field, just skin those shins. I hate that mule. He'd be walking along, he'd take no stop, he'd just stop. He'd run over the flat, hit your shins there.
Yeah, we went through some rough stuff that depression time, hard.
Dad, if you ever got a hold of a good, I was going to feed you with it. Very well, good kid.
Well, I sold them old mules. They was about 30 years old. John, when they get old, well, I didn't need them then. And he had a pretty person mare. She was a great big, one of these western like style, you know, big footed. And I got a little booze out of that. How much was $30, $40 booze from that mare. And one of Boyd Quarles' boy had the mate for this mare. And he found out I had it. And he come up here trying to trade me out of it. And he brought a young mule up here. She was a good, stand-up mule, big, pretty good, 6-year-old. And I found out I got to look at that mule and not pretty mule. And I thought, well, I didn't like to plow that mare no how. She just stubs, you know. When you plow her, she steps high and low or something of it. Just the plow every time you step. You know.
And they'll step on everything in the field.
And I didn't like to plow her. I thought about that mule, pretty well trained mule, it broke to it. And I traded that mule, but there's more mule than I need. I had time ever learning to ride when you go in the state. He just used to one man, you know. And I was afraid of him. And I'd take him to water, and he had so much energy, he'd jerk me around. And I finally sold him. Well, I knew for a long time. I'd been down there to plow the garden with and do things like that. Washington has a little kid mule down there. So, but I call him kid mule, such a small mule. I bought that thing. And he went so fast I couldn't keep up. I mean, he'd plow, he'd go on. Good garden mule. but it went so fast I couldn't keep up with it. And this, a guy down the lower end of the county down there, I was trying to think of the name. He was no longer what he was. He had a lot of mules. He traded mules all the time. And he was wanting to buy up a truckload of little mules shipped down south. I don't know if they're taking the mines or what they're wanting. And he heard about me having that mule, and he come up here, and he said,
I'm with you.
Huh?
I'm going with you.
he said, I'd like to trade down that mule. And he said, I've got some good mules down here, but they're a little rugged, they've been the longwoods, and they're getting corn. I went down there, looked at the mule. He had a red mule and a gray one for a wagon. He had the corn out there. And they was poor. He was an old gray mule and bad. But I swapped that little old mule for that gray mule. And I brought her up here, and boy, she got so fat. She just ridiculous.
That's one of them better ones.
Yeah. And she was a good little mule. She was slow. That just suited me. That's what I wanted. And you could go in and make them last out here. I had a big old sled. They could load that with cane on that sled and get up a strap of it, and she'd throw it in the wood. And she knows more about logging than I know. I went over there next to the pipe one time and cut a big old locust tree down to make posts out of it. And it was, I guess, 70 or 80 feet long, maybe longer than that. And I trimmed it up. I took it off. I cut me out a blazed road up through there to come out with it. And I went up there and tied her on to that. And she just lit out with it. And I seen she was going the wrong way, and I'd holler when she wouldn't do it. She wouldn't stop. She never go. And she never stopped. She got out in that old field down there. She got out there, she stopped. And she got out of the woods. She knew how to get that out of there. She went around trees, you know, she'd pull it down. Worked it down. I was more about logging, but I didn't know about logging. That mule was a logging mule.
You didn't have to blaze a trail,
No,
did you?
didn't have a trail. Made her own trail. And James, he just hated it. And he wanted me to get shut of it. He took her out and stopped car and sold her out. I hate that, I didn't do it. And she just humble she could be. He wasn't no danger. I'd get on her and ride her around here, and go. She was slow, fat, just as fat as you can know. But if somebody come along the road and you're flying, she'd stop to talk. She'd stop too, and she wouldn't move until you talked a while, whatever it was. They'd stop to talk. If they did anything to you, why she'd stop like that.
We never did have anything like we do in this, so that was the best part of work you've ever seen in my life. Down there on the Anderson place.
That'd be good news.
Oh, they was good news. They was hard. Old
They
Jess,
run way out the Chamberlain did.
old Jess's. They take about years,
Yeah.
but he wasn't half as bad as old Bill. Old Bill King, he made it mad. But they know when you went to see if you plow down, as long as you get them separated, they was all right. They used to plow down from sun up to sundown, and you'd plow up against the fences before they could.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember one time we got that one called sheep lot, had that corn. And I mean, that's the last crop I made there, wasn't it?
I don't remember the time I got through.
Yeah.
I don't believe it was because the last crop you made was in there on that old side field where in front of Harry Johnson.
Yeah.
But you made so much corn.
Yeah.
But that old mule, Dad took Jess and went to the barn that night. Feed. Let me feed. Old Bill Nicker just take him out. And his ears just went hand down on his neck. Because one of them still loved them, he never raised them ears. I knew he was mad. And ears went right on his neck. How proud was Scott couldn't see how proud I covered the corn up. And I took him out and he never tried to do a thing. Put his hands up, put chains up, everything. He didn't use britching. See, hangs backbone, back wasn't we can use britching on the fly. I done them up. And I just jumped up on the field, I rode him all the time. And he was just a gentle lead. Never tried to hurt me. One night he hit his back on yours, never raised up, and then he's still mad. He bucked me, and I just went swapping ends. Not expecting to do that. And I hit on my brother right behind him on the plowed ground. And I seen what he was doing, I just fell back on the ground on my back. Just eating up like that. He kicked up both hind feet right over my face. And he went to the barn, he was standing out the gate, and I got there.
He come down there so bad.
I feel like you, I was so mad at you, I just feel it. I just thought, well, I can't quit and I can't hold it. What can I do? And I just stand in the road.
Floyd Smith worked there with me some after I went down there and went in there. And old George, sometimes you put the bridle on him and he would do a thing. Other times you just couldn't put it over yours, you couldn't touch it together. And Floyd was plowing him. And I got
You mean old Jess?
Old Jess, yeah. And he went in there to get him, and he wheeled, kicked at him. And I went in there and tried to get him. He done me the same way. And I told Floyd, I said, you take the pitchfork and get in there in that hallway. And I'm going to get in the door, and I'm going to learn that and do a lesson. And I got me a big old back, bag of wagon stick. And I stood in the door, and he'd come around me, I'd hit him. He'd turn the other way, he'd stick him back. And Miss Anderson heard us beating. And she come running down there, and she said, Mr. Smith, why don't you whoop me with a limb? I said, if you want him whooped with a limb, whoop yourself out bad. She just wheeled back to the house, she went to fun.
I heard her coming. I said, uh-oh. Her heels just popping on that sidewalk, on that wall.
She thought we were going to kill. But we put the bridle on.
He just do that sometimes.
Yeah.
What made him do that?
I don't know.
You gonna go
Another
out?
time
It's my everyday going in church.
down there that hooked me so bad, and I was sort of mad about that, but I know what was mad
Not
with you.
comfortable.
And she called old Doc Walton out there. What happened is on Sunday morning, I went up there to feed, or just before I went to church or where I was going anyhow. I turned the mules out to go and get a drink, and I didn't know that gate was open down below. It went out to the beehives down that way, you know. And they went down and got a drink and lit out around them beehives, just a whirling over the field out there before I got them back. And I got them back in. And one of them bees was stuck old Jess's underneath it, you know,
Yeah.
and hit the Monday morning, it was hanging there as big as a white leg. I knew as big as I was looking big. And I hadn't forgot about the bees, but I thought about it after that. And I said something to her about it. And she said, I'm calling Dr. Walters right now. And she called me, come out there, and he went down there and took his temperature and everything. And he told what was the matter with him, and he got a lot of medicine and to throw on his feed and stuff like that. And he said, you got this mule staying here, says you can take him out and give him a drink, but just let him walk easy down there and get him a drink and bring him back in. But said, don't work him. Said he'd have to stand here for no telling how long before he'd be able to go to work. And And I let him stay there one day, and I went over to Walker's over there. Alvin Walker got one of Alvin's mules to work in his place. And after the first day, the next morning, he was just kicking and knocking in that barn in that stable. I said, all right, wasn't nothing wrong with it. And I told Dora, I said, I'm taking Walker's mule back. I said, old Jesse's ready to go to work. She said, why, you killing him? He said he'd die if I took him out. He'd have a heart attack. And I said, ain't a thing in the world but the bee stung. I said, that's all that's wrong with him. I just went on and got him well on to work. But the thing wrong with him because it's bee stung. That's what it is. That old Doc Walker, he didn't know nothing. I had a cow that had her leg broke. You remember that? Some of the boys broke her leg. I'd leave it out. Those rock hit her leg. And she was a calf, big, pretty cow, too. And she laid there in the hall till time for that calf to be born. And I seen when she was fixing out a calf, I told her and she called him. Well, he come out there and he went to the house and he had to wash his hands and soap them and fix his gloves and everything. And I seen the calf was ready to be born, so I just went down there and took care of it myself. I know how. And whenever he come down to the barn, the calf was already there. Boy, he was so hot over that. Because I done that, said, you could have killed that calf. I said, yeah, I could, but I know what I was doing, Doc. I said, I was fooling the calf before I know it. It went on that way for a time or two, and I told her, I said, now, anything happens here, call children. Don't call Doc Walker. He ain't no count. I said, he don't know nothing. And had a calf there. Well, I had two. I had one die. It was then about a year old, I guess. Big old calves, weighed 500 or 600 pounds. They just go standing painting like that. The first one, he come out there, and he said he's got pneumonia. And it died. Well, it wasn't long till I had another that way. And I went up there and I told her, I said, don't call Walter. I said, if you want to call him, I'll call children. They didn't come out there. And children's come. And he walked out there and he stood and looked at that calf just a few minutes. And he said, I just want to show you. He said, I know what's the matter with it. It's got black legs. He took his knife and walked out there and just touched the skin like that, and old blubber, old black blood just come pouring out of the skin. He said, it's got black legs. He said, I'll have to quarantine this whole herd, and you too. And he did. And they had to come out there and vaccinate everything. I lost that and it died.
Yeah, black leg killed every time.
Yeah, it killed. And I had to stay there for a week or two. I couldn't even go over. I had to stay right there. I was quarantined in. So they got that old knocked out. And Walter didn't know it, see. You know?
You know, I remember, he drove an old car that looked like a square ball.
Yeah.
You remember that? That old
Yeah.
car Walter drove?
Yeah.
It was about a 22-month Chevrolet or something.
Well, he'd go to the house, he had his special
Yeah, I
soap
guess
and
you
stuff to
remember
wash his hands, and he'd
Miss
just
Anderson,
scrub
didn't
and
you?
work.
When we lived down there at Miss Anderson's place.
I carried her, had to carry her to the graveyard. Over on the pallbearers. Yeah,
Well, now, she was a good woman.
yeah. She never did know a great lot about farming, though.
Warm.
You got a heater, don't you, Dick?
Yeah. We got a fireplace you can sit by, central heat.
Well, you know, whenever you plant yourself in the certain place, you can't hardly pull your roots up and leave.
I know. It's kinda hard to do.
Right here, when I left the Anderson place down there to come up here, I was sick. I'd went a whole year in here that I couldn't do nothing much, just couldn't get my breath. And Dr. Hiram Taylor told me to go to Cumberland Mountain. He said, you're gonna have to get off this creek and drink this water. I bought it in 31 or 2. And I come in from rang I wasn't wheezing near as bad and got out to where I could do a little work and got back. That water down there, the waterworks and all that stuff down there that I was getting.
It's too moist.
And the dust again worked the hay so much. Hadn't choked back. I got over.
I was telling Mom out on the porch a while ago that I wish that they had a piece of land up here.
Yeah.
We could build them a nice little house. That house there is just falling apart around them.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it's healthy up here, and it is. Down there where I was at, the water, I didn't want to say this where they live, but that Anderson place down there where I was at, and the waterworks and all that mess down there. And I can go down to, I used to go down there where Dalton Edgar lives. I could sit there half a day. That's about as long as I could stay. That air in John's, I couldn't stand it down there. I come back up here and breathe a lot better. Weight sheet we was in be so much handier if we was around in town or close to it. I said, well, if they offered to give me a house out there and mine to live in, I wouldn't have it. I wouldn't. Too much disturbance, too much racket all the time, too much going on, too much activity. It's peaceable here. We don't have only a few passes through, but everything's peaceful all the time. We're a pretty good old house. It's comfortable.
I love
I
this
think
house.
I'm gonna finally have to put a new top on the whole building. So he come up here and help us recover it. And him and Freeman. He's commander of the Margarita. He's got a bad kid in the top. I know he get up next time and talk to you, and he speaks out there in the gun room sometimes.
He's quite enough to him, he's no wife.
I never married him, but yeah,
Who's that, Daddy?
be the office boy.
Hey, sis.
Cookie. Cookie.